Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Prithvi from SolutionBuggy. I'm working as a senior project manager from past 3.5 years. So, as most of you have almost everyone have already finished with all the 7 sessions from past 4 days. I hope you had a great sessions and you got very good insights to start your journey in manufacturing. Or else, if you are already in the manufacturing, you can extend your product items to your current manufacturing line as well. So I would like to take a couple of minutes to introduce briefly myself. So I'm from mechanical background. I completed my mechanical engineering in the year 2017, and I worked in various companies. And in the year 2022, so I joined SolutionBuggy. So at that time, I'm from Bangalore, and Bangalore is an IT hub. So I hope everyone will be knowing. And few of the manufacturing, like the mechanical engineering enthusiasts, also used to leave mechanical and join IT. These things were all there, but still, for me personally, it was a dream to be in mechanical and to increase the manufacturing opportunities for all of them, because even I was about to start a manufacturing business, but hope you all know it's not everyone cup of tea. So I knew that most of you people like you, so who had that opportunity to start your journey in the manufacturing. So I thought that would be great to guide people who are interested in various terms, various manufacturing approaches. Uh, like around you, everything what you see through your naked eye, it's nothing but it's manufactured or a finished good. Either from starting from the raw material production and then converting into a design full product. So by this case, I joined SolutionBuggy. So it was a great experience from past 3.5 years. Served many people successfully, and completed many of the projects. So coming to SolutionBuggy, we are a largest platform in India for manufacturing enthusiast who wants to enter into manufacturing or any of your manufacturing industrial requirements, or any of the problems that you are facing. So we have industry more than 10,000 plus industrial connects, and we have completed more than 3,500 plus projects right now. So projects in the sense that will be complete turnkey solutions, and sometimes as per the requirements, maybe some process improvements, product developments, research reports, detailed project reports, likewise. So coming to the manufacturing part. So here, as I said, you have all approached all the 7 sessions now. So you will be having an idea in your mind. You might have got some product ideas, or you might have some land or amount to start with, and you might be searching what to do. So that is the reason. This is the approach what we are letting you now for the 360-degree approach in manufacturing industries. So, introduction to manufacturing opportunities. Hope you all know the India's manufacturing sector contributes around 17% to GDP, with government initiatives like Make in India and PLI schemes, especially for the having bigger investors and all. And we have many opportunities for the medium and small scale investors also. So you can see the chart over there. It's created by our team, our own growth from past data, what we collected from the from our internal team. So you can see the annual growth rate of all the various sectors. So food processing is around 12%, and chemicals around 8%, pharmaceuticals around 14%, electronics being the highest 18%, because there are innumerable various of sectors, subsectors in electronics as well, textiles, automotive also. So why now is the right time to start or to enter into manufacturing? Because the supply chain diversification from traditional centers. So here you might have observed, or you might have got a question in your mind that from all the 7 sessions who have attended, or maybe 2 or 3 sessions also. So you might have got a question like most of the terms or most of the sectors are interlinked to each other. For example, the first session was the sustain this one uh, uh, chemicals, based on the sustainability chemicals was the second session, and the part of which the first session was the uh, green chemicals was the green chemicals was the second session, and the first session was based on the specialty chemicals. So specialty chemicals is termed as there are around 32 lakhs of specialty chemicals across the world, where it was done in the early 80s and 90s. And whereas green chemicals is a part of the specialty chemicals. Few of the terms in our presentation also, there was some terms including specialty chemicals as well. And coming to the next day, that is food and beverages. So when it comes to the food preservatives, then again chemicals comes there, and when it comes to the beverages as well. And the third day, nutraceuticals, if you take an example, so it is nothing but the green and a part of the green chemicals as well. So there is almost everything is interlinked to each other, and this is nothing but the supply chain. So you must analyze for the person who wants to enter into manufacturing. So to which of these supply chains I am fit into it. So that would be the the first idea of the idea generation point that you will have to look into it. So the next point is favorable government policies and incentives. So in all these 7 sectors, so you might have identified that there are various schemes across the country, where the central government or even a few of the state governments are doing a very great job in providing subsidies, schemes, or even loans in very lesser interest as well. So, growing infrastructure and logistical capabilities. So, what happens if a person who wants to enter into manufacturing, that will help India, the entire GDP, to grow in a very high standards, where the infrastructure goes, and as well as the logistical capabilities will also grow in a very high manner. So increasing availability of skilled workforce. So this will avoid the employment things and all, and this will increase the opportunities for the people who wants to work in a very highly standard manner as well. That is because a trained person may be a non-skilled labor, so can have a right to live in the most advanced society as well. That will make him pride in some level. So we have registered with more than 60,000 plus manufacturing MSME companies, and completed more than 4,000 plus projects. So yes, so our approach in comprehensive manufacturing journey will begin from product identification, market research, feasibility, and project reports, which is the DPRs, plant setup, sales and marketing. So here a term arises is, who is a consultant? So what is his role? Why choose end-to-end consulting? If you have a product in your mind, you might be technically very good of for that particular product, but still you need a consultant in various manner. For example, say you are from the technical background, but you will not be knowing that much of ideas in the financial terms, so you need a financial consultant there. If you are from a financial background, say if you are an MBA return or a CA person, but you need a technology person over there. And if you get a technology person, and for a plant setup activities, you need a machinery provider over there. So if you might have not know the current technologies, where that can be where cost reduction is possible in connecting with the technologies, or if the cost is also high, or then what type of technology to increase the total production of the company. So these things will be mattered a lot. You need a proper consultant for these things. So once the plant setup begins, you need licenses and certifications to be done, and you need a person over there. And then one after that, on the plant setup stage, you need the civil construction will be taken care locally by your end. That will be done by city to city basis. But after that, installation process will be there. So the machinery, you need an assistance and access with the machinery provider where a consultant can provide. And once it is done, training and hiring. So hiring part, non-skilled laborers you will get locally, which will be helpful for those people also who are extensively looking for the employment opportunities, and that will be done locally. But when it comes to the managerial level, technology wise, and expertise, the hiring that has to be done. You need an HR consultant, and when it comes to the uh, uh, training session, a technical person have to give proper training according to the timeline and production. So what is the in the DPR we will be mentioning the capacity per day. So that per day capacity has to be done in during the trial production stage. So we have to be given the training, and once these everything is done, here comes the sales and marketing part. Who is the marketing consultant, who is the sales consultant, how to approach, whom to approach, where to approach. So you need most of the most for all of the things you need a guidance from the consultant. So that is where we stand in Solution Buggy. So we have immense number of consultants who are having more than 10-15 years of experience in all of these separately, maybe food and beverages, pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, chemicals. And you have all seen from last 7 sessions, we had gathered a lot of consultants across India. We will be working with them going further. So why choose end-to-end consulting is seamless transition between all manufacturing phases. That's I explained right now. So we will be gathering those consultants as and when required according to the requirement of yours. So it reduces time to market and operational risks. So it especially when it comes to time. So it reduces your time to appoint a consultant from your end to search what is his expertise, can he do this or not, has he done this before or not. We will be gathering these details and providing it to you through a project management assistance. And then access to industry experts at every stage. So we will be guiding you to access to industrial experts at every stage, as I explained right now. Either it might be identification, market research, or feasibility. We'll go through it each and every point. So, and one more thing is consistent strategy and execution throughout the journey. So we need to have a strategic at every stage of where these things have been mentioned, whether it being identification or market research or reports generation or everything. So we will be guiding you in all of the things. So coming to the phase one activity, that is product identification and market research. So I hope most of you who are joined are entrepreneurs and an existing businessmen also. So I'll be letting you know what is the advantage of identification a product and market research for both of them separately. So coming to the product identification. So how do you identify a product generally? For example, uh, say you might have some amount of land, maybe 2 acres or 3 acres or whatever. So, and you might have amount of money, maybe 1 crore or 2 crore or 3 crore. So your dream might be according to your educational background or according to your working background. This is for an entrepreneur. So your dream might be, entering into the electronics or maybe aerospace likewise. But we have to analyze your self investment. So we will be analyzing, like for example, if you have 1 CR and you are enthusiast with respect to electronics, we have to think practically whether it is possible or not. Yes, it might be possible, it might not be possible. But if it is possible, it will be possible in a very low range of capacity. But then you have to think about your ROI also, return on investment. where when can I achieve my ROI, whether it is 2.5 years, 2 years, or 3 years. As the capacity is being less, the ROI will gradually increases. So we will have to analyze according to the requirement, according to your land, according to land available, space available, and the location from you're from which city, like maybe a tier 1 city or tier 2 city or tier 3 city, or from the village area, or another one is the competition analysis in your state or in your in nearby your cities. Who are those other type of manufacturers? Are there? How are they doing? See, sometimes what happens is, if your competitor is doing well, then there will not be any space for you if he has acquired the entire market. But in some cases, if your competitor is doing well, there is an opportunity for you also to do very well or compete with him. That is but we will have to identify what type of product that can be preferred in these two categories. So this will be the most important point. So coming to the research reports, market research. So you might have a general idea what is market research, where it is divided into primary market research or secondary market research, quantitative analysis, qualitative analysis, and all. So you will have to analyze, identify what you want, because see, the market research agents, you'll go to a market research agency, and you will be asking for, you will be having some doubts on the product. You'll be asking for a market research report over there, and they will be providing you the entire data. But you will have to think whether the data, the entire data, maybe 80, 100 pages to 150 pages of report, is it required for you or not? Most of the points may not be required for you, because you might be you might be going for any domestic market approach, and the data will be there like global export also. You might not be required at this moment the global data, everything everywhere, and there are many points. So instead of giving you for a secondary research report, you might expend around 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs or somewhat like that. So by getting the entire data, that might not be suitable for you. So what we will be doing is, as I informed you in the product identification stage, so this will not be we will be identifying only the things what you require in the market research report, such as market gap analysis, where we will be identifying the unmet needs and opportunities in the market through comprehensive research. So identifying the unmet needs and opportunities. So what is the gap between a product, the market gap, the demand forecasting, analyzing current and future market demand using quantitative and qualitative methods. So competitive landscape, evaluating existing competitors, their strength, weakness, and market positioning. Feasibility assessment, preliminary evaluation of technical and financial viability of potential products. So these 3 to 4 the points would be more than enough to identify the market, identify the proper product for you to go ahead. With this, we will be having a technical discussion with our technical experts who have done extensive analysis on that product. So he or she will be guiding you on the product for you to analyze whether for you to go or not, no go. So coming to the market gap analysis. Gap analysis would be like, you need an extensive research might not be there. A small SWOT, like strength, weakness, opportunities, threat. This would be enough for you to analyze what would be the current strength of the product, whether that strength matches your requirement, or the opportunities, what are the future opportunities, or the weakness of the product, what will be the backward integration process we will be doing it, and threats, what would be the future threats that can be analyzed with this market. So yes, this would be for the the entrepreneurs. When it comes to an existing businessman, So an existing businessman will be having a smooth going running business for you uh, for any X product. So you, according to your return on investment scale and all, you might be having an idea of starting with another product. But before that, you will have to analyze what type of product are you choosing, whether the product which you will have to choose, whether it is attached to your current business with, or say for example, if you have existing machinery with you, do you want to go with choose that type of product where that can be manufactured in the same machineries, or if you want to diversify completely where for another space as a greenfield project. So that will be again coming to the phase one process as I explained right now. Or if you want to expand, if you have a space available in your current location, so this expansion level can also be done. This, once you analyze these things, then we will be executing the market research accordingly. So what are the other key factors in product selection is growth potential, market growth rate, and future expansion opportunities, considering the current market growth rate and what would be the future expansion opportunities for the same, and profit margins. So what type of profit margin can I expect? The net profit margin can I expect from this particular product if I going to choose? Expected profitability and return on investment based on the profit margin. So technical feasibility. What does my technical feasibility tells? Whether should I go for it or should I not no go for it? Manufacturing complexity and technology requirements. So capital requirements, initial investment. What is my investment? The most important point, and and ongoing financial commitments. So as you all know, we will be guiding you on the government schemes also. So we will be analyzing your investment to that particular product by increasing another 70% from the bank we'll be expecting. Keeping that in mind, we will be analyzing or giving you the products list for you in coming days. And one more important thing what I have to mention for existing businesses. So the process improvement part. Process improvement, there are various types of process improvements are there, maybe in terms of business, in terms of technology, in terms of change management, in terms of new product development and everything. So in terms of business, if you want to improve the process improvement, we need to analyze your current revenue of your company, an annual revenue. So by that we will be telling you that whether you what type of process you need to improve, either from the business point of view, either from the technology point of view, either adding few new product to your line. For example, if you are doing very good annual, your annual revenue is I mean, it's increasing year on year, and you're getting beautiful opportunities. Then there is an opportunity for you to go with a new product development within an existing line, which matches to your existing machinery process and everything. So this would be a very good option. And if you're lacking in your business, if you're not doing good, we will have to approach in a marketing way. That is nothing but the business way. We will have to try to increase your business in the business point of view. These are the major things that has to be considered in the process improvement for an existing businessman. So coming to the feasibility and project reports. So say for example, you have a product in your mind and you need a feasibility for that. But you for this you might be you should be having knowledge of market, whether I do this this product, can I sell this product? If you are confident enough to sell the product, and can I you can do this according to your investment or raw material or competitor analysis, everything. If you have that knowledge by yourself, we can go directly to the feasibility report. What does feasibility tells? As I explained in the last in this slide also, feasibility is nothing but the technical and financial viability. So we will get a small amount of feasibility details in the market research also. But and even here the other way around, In the feasibility also, we will get a small amount of market details, but extensive details on the technical and financial projections. So coming to the feasibility report, it's the elaborative would be the techno-economical feasibility report, where you'll be having the technology details and economic details separately. So what does the technology details tells? So you will be having, initially it starts from the procurement of the raw materials. How do you want to procure? Where do you want to, from where do you want to procure? And what is the cost of raw materials that you will be procuring? And what is the quantity and quality of the raw materials? These things would be would make sense for any TFR report. And then coming to the machinery. So what type of machinery you would be using, and what type of technology, whether you have to go for domestic machinery or do you have an opportunity to go for importing the machineries, and what is that technology tells, whether it suits your company, whether it suits you personally, and what does the product cost, the capacity of the product, what should be the capacity, and if you input of raw materials, if you put in, what would be the output. These things will be there in the machinery process. And the plant layout, how the plant should look according to the all, if you have 5 or 6 machineries in a line, so according to the easy process, so how the plant should look. And then coming to the process flow chart, on that basis of the plant layout, how the process would be oriented, like one after the other, phase 1, process 1, process 2, process 3, these things, these details will be there. So coming to the capacity, like financial report, we have to analyze, as I told, according to the total project cost, including the loan or subsidy or whatever. So we will be analyzing the capacity. Once the capacity is analyzed, the machinery will be procured as per the capacity line. Once whereas in as a whole, feasibility, you can imagine it's a theoretical theoretical format of your the complete future project. So, and what is the difference between the feasibility and the project reports or the detailed project reports? So, detailed project reports are extensively used for which is called bankable reports, which is used to loan purpose, or maybe to avail subsidy from the government, either central government or state government, or even for the private like venture capitalist or angel investors, whoever it is. So these reports will help you in developing it. So who will be preparing the DPR? Extensive chartered accountant, chartered engineers will be preparing the DPR. That will make sense for the bank also to provide you the extensive loan offers for it. So the difference between the feasibility and project reports are one and the same, but the financial projections that has to be given by the CA, that's the only added thing in the detailed project report. And this detailed project report, to prepare it, as I told earlier, that if you have the market knowledge, we can directly enter into the feasibility. The same way here, if you have the feasibility details with you, like the machinery or the machinery quotation, the capacity in your mind, or maybe the market details, if you have these details with you, and if you are confident enough to go ahead, and we will have the initial discussion with our technical expert, that will be done from our end. So we will internally sit and discuss so whether to choose feasibility, or if the details of whatever you have provided, is it right to this to this current market trendy era or not, and then going into the, or is it better, is it okay to go ahead with the detailed project report as well. So we will analyze these things in a summary manner. Sorry. Coming to the government schemes and bank loans also. So few of the details that will be mentioned in the DPR, that will be extensively used for the bank purpose, and subsidy details would be quite different as per those separate subsidies, the terms and conditions that would be provided either from the state governments or the central governments. So these are the minor changes will be there, where our experts, our CA people, they are technical experts, they will be guiding you in preparing these multiple reports also. that will help you to reduce your capital investment into some extent. So if you have 5 crore of a total project cost, if you are planning to start with some X product, there is no need to invest all 5 crore at once. So that is where the planning is required. So initially, one thing what we as a consultants we request all the clients is we need your time. So because we will get opportunities, or we will get client requirements as I need a quotation for this. So just in a one call, we cannot just giving the by just giving the quotation, that will not make any sense. We have to analyze your capability, your incentive intensive approach, and your dream to enter into manufacturing. So we have to analyze these things, because we have also got those type of requirements where we have said no, because that will not be possible or suitable, and it will be a riskier sometimes in going future level as well. So you can see a small project report structure over here, as per the total fixed cost or working capital, how much it would require annually or maybe 6 months. So this just a glance of it. And coming to the importance of business success. So essential for securing funding from banks and investors, provide clear roadmap for the implementation, helps identify potential challenges before investment, and required for government approvals and incentives. So these are the major points that has to be considered for a success of the business. And coming to the timeline for this, so product identification can be done in 15 days. At least we require to analyze those datas, and also market research. If we extend, then at least 30 days would be required to for anyone to give the market research details. And as I was telling about the market research, there are two types: primary and the secondary research. So you have to have that capability to analyze by yourself whether you need a primary research or secondary research, or if you need a primary research, when do you need a primary research. Primary research may not be required every time. Primary in the sense, primary research is termed as basically a survey, where we will have to do an offline survey, as you might have seen in the Instagram stories, Instagram things and all. So quite similarly to those, as coming to the quantitative analysis terms. So this will take a huge lot of time and money of yours as well. That is the reason we SolutionBuggy will come across whether to avoid those primary research analysis, and our approach is secondary research, and having discussions with those technical experts. So this will avoid time and money of yours as well. So coming to the next big thing, new plant setup assistance. So as I was telling, if you have a market research report with, or if you are good in market, if you know that you can do your product, then no need of market research, and we can skip, and you can enter into the feasibility report. And feasibility report, if you can identify by yourself what is your capacity, and the machinery required and everything, we can avoid feasibility report in terms where we have to have internal discussion, like brainstorming discussions with the technical person, the financial person, and all the stakeholders who will be involved in coming future. And coming to the DPR. So if you have done with the DPR by yourself, so we will be providing you in assistance in new plant setup. So plant setup assistance starts from the site selection, where strategic location analysis based on multiple factors including logistics, resources, and incentives. So usually we will be we as a SolutionBuggy team, we will be guiding you in the location identification. So site selection will be doing by the client itself, as as per the location advantages what you have locally known people and all. And the plant layout design, the design, how the layout should look, according to the process, to make easy and to the extent, increase the product output and the capacity of the plant. And here, one more thing is, as I mentioned, procurement of raw materials. We'll be guiding you from where to procure the raw materials. Either it is real, natural raw materials, or the raw materials have to be procured from other states or other countries, import also. So we'll be guiding you on that. Sometimes it includes negotiation discussion as well with the supplier of the raw materials, and procurement of machinery. So before installation or commissioning of any machinery, we will be taking you to the machinery person, the manufacturer. So you'll be seeing the technology, and you'll be analyzing it. How my product can be, how can I manufacture my product this way? Either this machinery suits, and what are the sub assemblies in it? What are the machinery designed involved, and what is the how much years of expectation that can I expect, whether 6 years or 12 years or 15 years or whatever, and how the machinery manufacturer will provide you in the assistance of aftermarket and all. So these, and also the pricing strategy or negotiation with the machinery, we'll be guiding you completely on the procurement of machinery part. So once this is done, we'll be coming back to the installation and commissioning. So civil construction has to be taken care by your end as per the plant setup, the plant layout design, what we will be providing you. So we will be guiding you as well in the civil construction. So this is like, hope you might be knowing, these days PV structures are evolving everywhere, where it reduces time, it reduces your money as well. So that those things we can guide you on that. And while at that, we'll be coming again into the picture into the installation and commissioning phase, where we'll be contacting with the machinery manufacturer for the transportation of the machineries and installation as per the process, plant layout design, what you have planned, and layouting sketch and all, and then commissioning, and then finally the trial production and training. So trial production, as I mentioned, it involves trial production involves hiring of the managerial level of people, like as well. So once it is hired, and we'll be guiding you for both skilled and non-skilled labors. And once it is done, training will be provided, and finally we'll come to the sales and marketing parts later. So the most important criteria for a site selection is the infrastructure, where the transportation, utilities, and connectivity. As I hope some of you guys might have attended the last session, where you might have got insights on the site selection criteria, where if biomass, if you take, it has to be nearby to the source of the raw material, as well as nearby to the NTPC plants, where it will be helpful for the to reduce the transportation cost there. And utilities and connectivity, the road connectivity also has to be taken care. And it is well and good if it is if the land is located in any of the industrial areas as well. So incentives provided, government subsidies and tax benefits. So here there are immense number of incentives, and we will be guiding you through entire process on what to choose, how to choose, because there is a PMEGP scheme, there is other schemes also for extensively for sector wise, food and beverages, and FMCG or chemical or pharmaceutical or nutraceutical, anyhow. And even electronics also, there is a separate scheme. So we'll be guiding you on what scheme to choose, on how to choose, how to apply for the schemes, how to get the grants or the schemes, and what is the difference between the subsidies, grants, and loans as well. We have CGTM SME loan scheme, where you have agro infra scheme as well, for agricultural to infrastructure wise converting schemes. So what is the interest rate there? They're giving around 3% without collateral as well. So these things will be guiding you in the DPR stage. Labor activity. So we'll, as I mentioned, we'll be helping you in hiring the managerial level also, where skilled workforce and training facilities would be provided by our consultants for any of the product and logistics support. So proximity to suppliers and marketing things. So this was about the new plan setup assistance that we would be providing you extensively. So the final and the most important stage, sales and marketing assistance. So initially in the market research, there is one more point that we will be going to add is target to market, target markets or go to market strategy. So if we will be guiding you on how to read the market research report. We are not the market research agencies where we will not just give you the report and take the money. We will be guiding you on the how to analyze the research report and how to select the particular product from the list of products that we would be providing it to you according to your interest, according to your requirement and everything. So extensive guidance will be given on the sales and marketing assistance as well from the day one. That is, for example, in the market research report, we'll be having the strategies on how to target the market, how to analyze the market, how to the strategies, what are those strategies, the maybe the negotiation structures. So this will be provided in the initial market research report, which will guide you here at this stage. So this will not start at the end. This will start at the commissioning stage as well, parallel process to the plan setup assistance as well. So before going to the sales and marketing assistance, we will go back to the product what you have chosen. So there are various accessive of products that might be B2B, that might be D2C, that might be B2C. So business to business is you will be providing the raw material, half sub or the sub assemblies to the end customer. So what are the marketing strategies there, how to negotiate, and what is the quality appliances to be taken care. So these things, and what are the licenses and certifications, we will be guiding you throughout the to how to apply for the licenses and certifications according to the maybe for the export and import opportunities also. And coming to the product, yeah. So B2B product and B2C product. So what are those strategies or the assistance that we would be providing, and the distributors network that we would be providing for the B2B kind of a product, and for the in comparison with the B2C. So we have our internal digital team where we can take care of the online kind of marketing terms, and offline we'll be connecting you with the marketing expert offline also. So for an entrepreneur, uh, we suggest, if we suggest about the contract manufacturing opportunities also. This contract manufacturing might work for some people, might not work for some people, according to your interest basically. As I was telling initially, based on the who you are. For example, are you a technical person? Are you an financial person? So, or maybe a marketing person. So and according to the investment also, if you find like, if you are interested in some food or beverages and chemical or pharma, these are the few sectors where contract manufacturing is possible. Contract manufacturing is done where a person manufacturing things for you, and you will be marketing your own product. So this usually 80% of the times will be a B2C product, where you want to build your own brand. So you will be the whatever the self investment or the total project cost you will be investing. So that will be extensively used for that can be extensively used for the marketing purpose or the sales and marketing purpose in building your brand. But capex will be taken care by the contract manufacturer, where he'll be guiding you in the manufacturing things, including the packaging as well. So this will be done by a contract manufacturer, or the either way around is also possible. So this was about the sales and marketing assistance that we will be providing from our end. So we are the one more approach that what we are extensively using is about the industry and the institutional approach. So if you can compare this with USA, where our country is lagging behind with these projects, because we will have to tell those institutional people also there are many good projects are also there from the institutional, and there are many good opportunities are also there, such as Atal Incubation Center, where from the central government only they are giving providing most number of opportunities and everything. But still, India is lagging behind. The reason being, uh, you specifically, even I'm from the engineering background, so I can understand where the technology which is identified in the institutional level will be a technology and cannot be commercialized. So the institutions, or it might be engineering colleges, it might be chemical related colleges, it might be the textile engineering, chemical engineering, whatever, the institutions also have to contribute to the society, where that the technology that is chosen by the the students would be helpful for the commercialize. So we have all the available things now. The AI have been improved. So all the institutions has to give extensive training for those students to use the AI and analyze the market, and come up with the commercialized product according to the today's trend and everything. So in that manner, we are also associated from few of the local colleges or the institutions, universities here, to extensively guide them in how to how to approach and how to start with this manufacturing or how to enter into this entrepreneurial section, especially considering manufacturing as a main thing. And we have also guided few of the institutions to commercial how to commercialize the product also. We will be guiding through across India in coming years as well. So there is another good news just yesterday, as our financial minister, Ms. Sitaraman, has announced the GST redemptions for these products starting from this Diwali, and it's a very good thing at this point, where for all the entrepreneurs who wants to enter into the manufacturing sector, where save big on daily essentials such as hair oil or shampoo or toothpaste or any FMCG product from 18% to 5%, and dairy equipments, products from 12% to 5%, prepackaged namkeens or any F&B related food, especially from 12% to again 5%, utensils, again coming to the metal section, feeding bottles, napkins for baby items and all, and sewing machines and parts to improvise the textile sector. So it has been extensively reduced to 5%. And coming to the uplifting farmer and agriculture, tractors, parts and all, again coming to the automotive part, tractors or specified biopesticides, micronutrients, the nutraceuticals, so drip irrigation system and sprinklers, so agricultural items. So everything has been reduced to 5%. And healthcare sectors, the any medical equipments. So everything has been 5%, especially health and life insurance has been decreased to nil. Affordable education and save on electrical appliances like air conditioner, television, monitors, like consumer electronics have also been decreased. So it's a very good opportunity right now currently for the people who are interested in manufacturing and who wants to enter into manufacturing. So we would be guiding in each and every manner aspect for those people, starting from concept to commercialization. So as I was explaining about the institutional connect with what we are working. So here we are with Mr. Karthik, who is passed out from Vemana Institute of Engineering, which is located in Kormangla, Bangalore. So he's a young entrepreneur with 5 years of experience in embedded systems, shaping innovations in medical, automotive, defense, consumer, and aeronautics. So we welcome you, Mr. Karthik.
Thank you, Prithvi.
Yeah. So, Mr. Karthik has as I was mentioning, commercializing the product from the technology of institutional technology stage. So he has done a small, effort on this, and with the help of Tel Incubation. So, within his own college premises, he has started his, own as an entrepreneurial journey. Yes, Karthik, you can start with your introduction and the product.
Yeah. So, very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Karthik Karunanidhi. So, I have done my engineering in electronics and communication, and I currently hold 5 years of experience in various electronic embedded systems design. So, I have been the architect for a lot of such systems, including the medical devices, the aeronautical devices like the autopilots, and also the automotive systems like the infotainment systems. So, while my journey towards the development of autopilot for an unmanned aerial vehicle, so I came across a particular problem, and that was the ESCs, the electronic speed controllers that are required for controlling the BLDC motors, right? So one thing that I have noticed that is the BLDC motors have seen a various range of uses in multiple domains like the robotics, in the EV industry, the drone industries, UAV industries, and many more. Right, and it also comes with one particular drawback, that is the design of this particular BLDC motors is complex. So due to its complexity, the controlling also becomes complex, which is basically dealt by electronic speed controller. Right. So now these electronic speed controllers are in various types. So the regular ones, what we use for the mini drones, like the quadcopter or hexcopters that we create for the educational projects or some surveying. Right? So the compact drones, so basically they have a wingspan within a meter. Right. So in this case, the conventional ESCs that we use, which takes PWM signals as the input, control input. So they work very fine with respect to these compact wing drones, right? But when we look into the UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, like the Rustam, Nishant, that are developed by the DRDO. So if you see them, their wingspan is quite large. I think it's around 1.78 meter nearly. So when the wingspan of these particular aerial vehicles increases, the distance between the controller, that means the ESC, and the motor is increasing again. So since the PWM signals are analog in nature, they are eliminated in that particular use case because they are very less immune for noise. So in this case, we bring up something called as the CAN based or RS485 based ESCs. So these are the ESCs that I have already used for one of my project. So in that particular work, I observed that these ESCs are mostly imported. So the maximum, I think, at least 70% of them were coming from China, and maximum of them are outsourced. Right? So in this case, I also observed one particular issue, that is these ESCs will be draining a very high current, which will be around 30 or 40 amps when you are running your motor at a highest RPM that it can run for. Right. So in this case, what happens is the ESCs tends to break down very easily in that particular cases. And also these ESCs, since they are imported, they are quite expensive for the replacement as well. And the damage cost will be permanent damage. I think, Prithvi, can we go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Right. So in this case, I came up with a particular solution. I was actually searching for an ESC which has a detachable model. That means that has a total isolation between the high power batteries and the expensive CAN module that sits onto this particular ESC. So unfortunately, I didn't find any such ESCs in the market. So then I came up with my own ideation of implementing this particular ESCs. So these ESCs that we are proposing are going to be CAN based ESCs as well as PWM based. So they are going to be two different modules. One will be a PWM module. So if you are designing a compact drone, this PWM module will directly interface with your BLDC motor. And when you are planning to increase the wingspan, in that particular case, you need not replace this particular ESC. Instead, you will just attach one more module that is a CAN module. So now this CAN module will receive the instructions from the autopilot, and then it will control the BLDC motor. And since there, and this particular CAN module will have no direct interaction between the power. So the high power batteries that we connect will have no direct interaction with respect to the CAN module. So in this case, I think the PWM based one is less expensive. I'm expecting it to be somewhere around 400 to 450 INR after the margin. Whereas the ESC with the CAN module, so that particular detachable module, that will be somewhere expected at 6,000 to 8,000. As the existing ESCs in the market, which are CAN based, they are ranging somewhere around 25 to 35K. So I think this bridges the gap that I actually found while the implementation of that particular UAVs. Right. So here is my implementation plan. So we have already created the simulation for the CAN system. So we have already tested the CAN packages. So and also this particular entire system was tested on MATLAB. The simulation work has come out really good, and we are still trying to improvise onto them. And the next task is to have the hardware and firmware design. So the hardware basically concludes the schematic and other things, and firmware part will decide onto the peripheral drivers, which will be in-house developed, and prototyping and road testing will be one particular part. Before that, we'll have this PCB layout design. So I don't have a very good expertise on the PCB layout designing, since the current is too high. Probably we'll have to have one particular copper layers so that that prevents the overheating of the board due to high current. So all those things, I have a tie-up with one particular person who can help me out on the PCB layouting and validation, optimization, and we'll have the final uh, testing of the proto and deployment. So I expect this to be a total of 8 months plan overall. Right. So can we move to the next slide? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So as per the market analysis, I see a major gap on the ESC. That is, there is no ESCs that are actually having a detachable CAN module. So basically, this CAN module on this particular ESCs are the expensive part. So if we are somehow able to detach this particular CAN module out from the ESC, then the ESC's replacement becomes easier. It becomes less expensive. It's just like our mobile phone's entire motherboard. If we have separate sections for each of it, only the section that gets damaged has to be replaced, not the entire motherboard. So that's how the logic work behind this, right? So we have seen various use cases of PLC motors being used in various markets. Like we have these logistic drones, we have surveillance drones. Agriculture is happening with drones now, and also there is a huge demand for robotics. So even in robotics, for having that high RPMs for the racing cars or something, so there they prefer having the BLTC motors connected to a gear shafts and using it at a very high RPM in order to get that particular power on a compact car, right? So similarly, if we come up with this particular ESC design, since it is going to be made in India, I think the overall costing will come down, and also we don't have to wait for the long durations for having the replacement part from which was actually outsourced previously. So now they are available in house. So I think that will reduce the downtime of the entire system as well as the cost of replacement. Right. So the market size, when we talk about the market size,
Yeah.
so when we talk about the market size, the UAV manufacturers have around $55 billion, and as I was working on these UAVs, around 35% of the overall cost of building these particular UAVs goes onto those ESCs and motors. So that is where the 35% of the total costing of building these particular systems goes on. So in that case, I think targeting just ESC, we are targeting a very wide range, not limited to any particular domain, right? And we have the EVs. So these EVs, they are around 233 million units that are expected by 2035. They also use this PMSM, the permanent magnet synchronized motors. So we also see some BLDC based ones as well. Right? And robotic startups, there are a number of robotic startups that are coming up in Bangalore currently. So I have been talking to each one of these startups. So mostly everybody are trying to build on drones. They are trying to implement some quick movabilities like the dog bots. So all these particular cases, at least 40% of these guys are working with BLDC motors, which makes them a must and should to be using ESCs. So I think that's what I have uh, as the market size and the overall analysis.
Great. Karthik, finally, can you explain the application areas and what would be the advantage from the current technology and when compared to yours?
Yes. So in this case, I think in market we have two types of ESCs. One for the long range and one for the short range, and both are individually sold, right? But this one comes with one single module, which will have a detachable module, obviously. So in this case, what happens is we are not just targeting one particular sector like the long wing or the short wing. Just this one particular module will replace uh, both the short wing as well as the long wing. So in this case, we have a major focus on the drone industry. We have the major focus on the EV industry as well as the robotic industries. And the major advantage of having this particular ESCs being replaced is, for example, when I was working with the DRDO for the development of autopilot, while testing, we had one ESC that got burnt out, and the replacement of that particular ESC was costing around 36,000, and also we had to wait for around 8 weeks because it had a lead time of 8 weeks. Right. So in this case, what happens is the entire module is split into two. Now, if there is a damage, that is going to affect only the PWM section part, because that's what is directly connected to the battery. So that is going to supply the power to the BLDC motors. So in this case, only that particular part will be damaged, which will have to be replaced. So since this is going to be in-house manufactured, I mean made in India, the lead time will be shorter, and also the cost of replacement cost will get down. That means it will be somewhere around 1,500 to 2,500. That should be the maximum margin that we are planning on.
Great. So thank you, Karthik, and all the best for your future endeavors as well. Hope we might get some opportunities here. So, for all the participants, the reason why we invited Mr. Karthik and we had signed a agreement with the institution as well, because there is another approach for both entrepreneurs, or that might be any business, existing businessmen also, especially it more leans towards existing businessmen, where the technology transfer or the joint venture, and as well as M&A, merger and acquisition things as well. So this approach, where if for an, especially if you are an existing businessman in the electronic field as well, so if you are looking for new product to be added to your field, or if you want to diversify completely, so it's a great opportunity to you know uh, sign a contract with the technology and everything. You will have a partner with you, where you will have a guarantee that yes, this is a proven technology and it can go worthwhile. So other than where this was just an example from Karthik, we have extensive commercial, who wants to commercialize their product, maybe in chemical sector, in pharmaceutical sector, in the food and beverages, across government institutions across India, and even in mechanical sectors as well. So it would be good that for the collaboration, and here in terms of transfer of technology, there is a huge opportunity for import of technology as well, where any MNC company who wants to enter into India, so that will be a great opportunity for you to extensively add advantage to their brand analysis. So finally, coming to few of our success stories. So we have added only a few of them, especially in the food and beverage sectors. But other than that, we have guided more than 50 plus chemical products, plant setups, and as well as pharmaceutical product developments, and a textile unit in Abu Dhabi, and food processing unit in Nepal, and product development projects from Kenya, especially for Indians who are there in those African countries. And when it comes to energy, yes, one of our plant has a couple of plants have been signed up, and biomass is the three projects are under discussion, and these biodegradable one plant setup in Andhra Pradesh, and a couple of biodegradable plant setups will be started in the Tamil Nadu, and packaging project in Tamil Nadu, and so extensive number of projects that we have done. So due to the time issues, we would as we are focusing more on the food and beverages part, so that is added for this. So our track record where includes 12,000 plus consultants, and as I told, we have completed four and a half plus thousand plus projects, and knocked the door with 60,000 plus MSMEs. So our expertise in manufacturing consulting helped us establish our new plant with 40% cost savings compared to our initial estimates. So which is our one of our client comments. So next step, so we'll be guiding you how to start our consultation, and if you need any assistance on detail analysis, so any customized proposals, once after the discussion with our internal team, brainstorming about the requirement and project execution, end-to-end implementation with expert guidance, or whichever the phases that you have already identified, we can go ahead with the journey. So by this, we have a small poll session over here. We'll start the poll questions. So coming to the first questions. So which value-added business are you planning to pursue after this webinar? As you have attended all the sessions, chemicals, food industry, beverages, nutraceuticals, or packaging. So this, which of these things that you will be interested? And the second one is, what is the next step we would like to help with? Either it might be feasibility study or DPR, site selection or plant layout, technology. If site selection or plant layout, in the case if you have already identified the product with the proper knowledge about it, and technology and or machinery shortlisting, or any other assistance as well. So coming to what is your biggest execution blocker right now? If you're already into the manufacturing, either it might be funding or government incentives or regulatory approvals and compliances. Either it might be raw materials and vendor finalization and market access or any buyer tips. What execution model do you prefer? Either it is end-to-end turnkey solutions, or advisory only, or pilot, or proof of concept, like starting from the initial identification process, or any others. So exactly when do you want to start implementation? Either immediately or after 1 to 3 months, once you decide your things and all, and either it might be 3 to 6 months, or 6 months and more, or still evaluating it. So which of these decision making input would unlock you to go ahead? Either you need detailed capex, opex, or ROI, location, shortlist with incentives, technology and vendor comparison, or pre-sales or distribution leadership. So would you like our team to contact you personally? Yes. What about drone manufacturing facilities? Yes, we'll be guiding you on the one-on-one session. So how to start with the drone manufacturing facility. So as I told extensively, so before going ahead with the manufacturing process, we want to analyze your like background, or maybe the capabilities and all we would be discussing in person. And our fees we will be letting you know, so that once before you before analyzing anything, before discussing, before requirement analysis, before what are the things that you have initially in your hand, so we have to analyze these things, and then process wise the fees would be we'll be discussing separately. And to confirm from yesterday's announcement is that GST reduction on plant and waste recycling sector also, waste paper recycling or metal or tire recycling. It's considered on a whole waste recycling. So at the time of Diwali, the extensive report the central government would be releasing, like sectors, subsectors, and what are the products where the redemption are there. So then we'll get to know completely for what are the things that GST has been redemption. The recording session you'll get soon by tomorrow. You'll get the recording session. So how can manufacturing companies effective balance competitive pricing with brand development to strengthen market penetration strategy? Good question. So initially, as I mentioned, you will have to analyze whether would you be concentrating more on the capex wise as well or just marketing wise. So if you want to go ahead with a brand, like by concentrating more on the the capex wise or the sorry the brand wise, so then it is a great opportunity for you because extensive contract manufacturers are there, and it depends on the investment also. So thereby competitive pricing with brand development. So by reducing the raw material cost, so that is the most important thing in the in the development of the brand to have the competitive pricing. But still, there are two types of market now, especially the normal market and the premium market. So what type of product that we choose, either it might be a normal FMCG market, or sometimes it might be a premium like protein shakes, protein bars, or any protein-based beverage items. So this will be the premium market, and the cost also will be higher, and competition will be there. So low volume, high margin kind of a product. So how to find a good project with best ROI? So that's what we will have to analyze according to your location, sir. What is your location, your investment, and the any competitors are there nearby to your location, and how that competitor is doing. Either is he doing good or bad. So analyzing these things with best ROI, we will be choosing the product. Regarding the pricing and plans for consulting services. So additional cost would be as per the technical people with whom we connect. What are the as per the process, the scope of work, the the deliverables, what they would be providing. It depends. It depends on that. Yes, as I told, just giving the quotation will not make any sense, and we will have to analyze. We will have to brainstorm what exactly you require, what exactly that can be done. So it is basically a time-consuming thing, and one more thing to be mentioned is, as you have all attended all other 7 sessions, there is a major difference in with respect to considering energy session, in especially time, because the other things like mechanical or electronics or F&B or nutraceuticals or chemical, these things to start with any manufacturing process is not at all an issue. So we once you have identified the products, once you have the DPR, you can start with the once your land is ready, you can start with the plant setup process. So because you have the machinery suppliers, you have the raw material suppliers, you have everyone, and this will go smoothly. But at the end, at the time of sales and marketing, the trouble starts, where so that troubles have to be shooted it down. So how to market, where to market, when to market. So at that time, the your concentration, your effort should be very high at the end of the these products, especially when it comes to energy like biomass or bio CNG or anything. So there will not be any issue with respect to the marketing or sales wise, because you will have a guaranteed customers at the end. Either it might be government or the private one. But at the beginning, it's the you will have to take some time, you will have to take some risk at the beginning to identify the proper raw material, to identify the proper supplier, to identify the proper location, and the proper what is the land required. So these things to be identified very carefully. This is the major difference between those sectors. Yes, our consultation will be a lifetime with once you start working with us. What is the minimum capital requirement for planning to provide confectionery snacks? So it depends on the capacity, Miss. So because we'll have to identify the capacity of the project, because the machinery size has to be taken, then the capex can be told. So what key factors should a company evaluate during the site selection process to ensure the successful setup of a new manufacturing plant? So key factor to evaluate during the site selection, as I told, uh, the raw material availability. If you are going for any food or nutraceuticals or energy-based product, and location advantages, maybe the road connectivity and the electricity supply, and even few of the state electricity supply boards, they will extend the as per the capacity also later on. That will not be any issue. And water availability, and these are the few major things that has to be evaluated initially. So capex required for bio-CNG plants, that we'll be sharing the webinar yesterday's, sorry, the session one, today's session one webinar. We have, you have all the information over there, as required 20 crores if you're planning for 5 tons per day, or around 40 to 42 crores if you're planning for 10 tons per day. Providing machinery suppliers, including the consultant. Yes, that's what, as I mentioned. So it's not just providing the machinery suppliers. So we would be telling you what type of technology or what type of machinery supplier would be required for that particular product. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. I hope all the 4 days, all the 8 sessions was very interesting, and you got very good insights. So we are here to help you for those entrepreneurs who is interested in manufacturing, who wants to enter, who wants to become a manufacturer, and wants to become an entrepreneur in the chance, and also for those existing businessmen, and how to improve your process on how to build if you are interested in any new product development, that we will be guiding you, or if you are interested in even for the business development case also, so we will be guiding you in this terms as well. So thank you, everyone. I hope we'll be meeting you soon on the one-to-one sessions as well. Thank you for joining. And also, I thank my team, my digital team, my digital manager, Mr. Madesh, and Purnima, and Sukanya, Shreya, everyone, for organizing these sessions very successfully. And we'll be guiding you further from this after this session as well. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.